In this video, we'll be talking about why you should hire contractors in Indonesia. Basically go through all the advantages as well as drawbacks of hiring remote contractors in Indonesia, and hopefully this will allow you guys to make an informed decision for your business. Because I know building a team, it's super stressful, it's super hard to find people that can really add to your business, but my team and I are huge believers of hiring overseas, especially in Indonesia, and we really think that this country is going to give you some of the best talent possible for the most affordable cost. So the first reason why it's super smart to hire in countries like Indonesia is because you get access to a large skilled talent pool. So Indonesia has a huge, diverse, and skilled workforce, and if you guys didn't know, their population is actually about 280 million people. So this makes it the fourth most populous country in the world. And so yes, there's so many people with expertise in various fields such as IT, design, marketing, business, video editing, graphic design, CGI, and pretty much any field out there. So by hiring remote contractors from Indonesia, you can basically tap into this vast talent pool and provide your business with the specialized skills needed to actually grow your company. Number two is cost effectiveness. Hiring contractors in Indonesia can be way more cost effective compared to hiring full-time employees or contractors from other countries. This basically means that the salary that you can pay your Indonesian contractor is much less than a comparable person here in the United States, and that allows you to save up to 80-90% on your payroll costs. Now you may be thinking, if I'm paying them so little, is that actually right? And the thing is that it's actually a win-win relationship because these people, they get to work a remote online job that allows them to work from the comfort of their home. They get paid a really great wage, especially when compared to the other jobs that are available in their economy. And you as the business owner, you get to save on payroll costs. And so I really do think it's such a great business pairing that allows everyone to win. Since you are paying them a great wage, you are not taking advantage of them. And everyone that we hire for our clients, they are extremely grateful for the opportunity that they are given.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you're probably also curious, what is a typical salary range for a full-time Indonesian contractor? Well, of course, it really depends on what they are doing for you, as well as their skill level, how long they've been working for, and things like that. But yeah, typically we see an average monthly salary for our talent between $500 to $800. That means you can get someone that works for you about 40 hours per week, 4 weeks per month, and the total cost for you should be in that ballpark. So three is everyone is down to work actually as a contractor, not an employee. And if you are a business owner, you know that hiring an employee, it's much more complicated than hiring contractors. There are a lot of fees and things that you don't want to deal with. That's why we always recommend for our clients to hire people as contractors. Now in Indonesia, everyone is well aware of this. They're all okay being independent contractors for your business. So that allows you to hire compliantly with a lot fewer headaches. Number four is that people in Indonesia, they are amazing. They are hard workers. They know English really well. They are smart. My business partner, everyone that he's hired from Indonesia, they have been super great as well. And hiring overseas has really, impacted the growth of our companies in such a positive way. I've always thought the real difference between hiring someone in the US versus hiring someone overseas is one, the Western mindset, as well as two, the English skills. Now, while people in Indonesia, they don't have that full Western mindset, it's not going to be exactly the same as hiring someone here. A lot of people are extremely impacted by Western culture. They watch a lot of content from over here. They've built up really solid English skills. They really prioritize learning English as well as learning the cultures, so that's definitely really good. And like I said, their English skills are pretty great. Now, of course, not everyone in Indonesia is going to be great at English. That's why it's super important to actually assess your candidates to see if they are proficient or advanced at English. But we're definitely only trying to hire the top 1% of people in Indonesia. Their English is amazing. So that really reduces any forms of communication barriers and things like that. And it makes talking to and communicating with your contractor that much easier. Number five is loyalty. So I've sort of mentioned this earlier, but Indonesian talent are, in our opinion, far more loyal and dedicated than a lot of people that you can find here or in other countries. The local culture really encourages a work hard mentality, which is great for you as a business owner. The last thing we want to do as a business owner is to hire people that are lazy or that don't want to give it their all. But when you have a culture of people that are as amazing as Indonesian people, that hard work mentality really shines through. Now, of course, there are some drawbacks for hiring contractors in Indonesia. And the first is that, of course, there is a huge time difference. So yeah, Indonesia's time zone, it may present a pretty big challenge when collaborating with remote contractors, but actually we found that this is not such a huge issue because a lot of Indonesians, they're willing to work with your time schedule. Now, although I wouldn't recommend having them work overnights where it lines directly with your time schedule, I'd say that a great balance is to have them work a shift that allows them to have a still relatively normal schedule, but still intersects with your schedule. So what we found is that if you have them work early morning hours to around noon or 1 p.m. their local time, that matches up with the latter half of the US working day and allows them to continue their work after you've stopped working. This is actually really great because it means that you can delegate tasks during the first half of their shift. They'll go ahead and finish those tasks, and then by the time you start your work the next day, you'll be able to review all the things they did overnight. And then two, of course, there are still some language and cultural barriers. Although English proficiency is widespread in Indonesia, the majority of people, of course, are not nearly as good at English as people in the United States. But when you're actually able to pick and choose, you'll find that the people that come out on the top, they are amazing. And so what we basically do at Paired is we have a great English assessment that we give all our candidates, and that really allows us to identify the people with the top English skills. So in conclusion, we truly believe that Indonesia is one of the best places to hire your remote contractors. If you have a business and you are not hiring overseas, you are missing out on a lot of potential business growth. You are paying probably way too much in payroll costs. And yeah, I really do think this is a hack that every business owner, in my opinion, should take advantage of overseas talent. And we believe that Indonesia is an up and coming place for remote workers. Yes, Philippines is another option, but that market is pretty saturated in our opinion. A lot of people already work great jobs. The cost to hire people in the Philippines has greatly inflated over the last 5 to 10 years. And we find that Indonesia, it's way more affordable. The talent is just as good. The English is just as good as well. And yeah, like I said earlier, every business owner should have at least some people overseas in Indonesia. It's super underrated. And if you guys don't know too much about hiring overseas, we're going to be putting out a lot of content on this YouTube channel, basically teaching you guys all the tips and tricks that we know to help you guys find great overseas talent. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys found it valuable. If you guys do want help finding overseas talent in Indonesia, we specialize in finding the top 1% of talent that can absolutely change the trajectory of your business. And all that information is going to be down below in the description. All right, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.